Welcome everybody, Paul Stoner here, CEO Beginner Scott, and we're joined by Dean Bozunovic again from the Seaford, Frankston, Mount Eliza, let's call it Peninsula. Dean, congratulations, 2 months in a row. I would like to talk to you for the sake of the younger people and newer people watching today about your habits and the procedures in terms of when you do list something, the things that you and Jake go through to collect data and communicate with it. So maybe if we start from, you've listed it last night or you've got brochures ready, probably is the way that you do it. Where do you head with it?
Yeah, so if I've just listed it and I know when it's coming to market, about a week prior to launch, I'd typically do a DL, which is just an office printed one, which is guess who's selling, and that just initially gets something out into the letterboxes. Normally do about 200 of those around the immediate area. So it's guess who's selling in your street. Off the back of that, we then do an in-house brochure to invite local residents to the first open home. So we actually door knock that. And then normally it's a minimum of about 50 homes. So we'll obviously do both sides of the street, but we'll start to kind of branch out a little bit further as well. So we simply do that, grab their information, and then we re-knock it on the just sold as well.
Right. Okay. So when you're doing that, the first open for inspection invitation, are some wanting to come through on their own, or they just say, thanks very much, we'll see how we go?
Yeah, exactly. And then like those that just, kind of flat bat or don't give you much, what we strategically do is we just go, no worries, thanks for your time. And we turn away and then we turn back and then say, oh, by the way, would you like us to let you know what it sells for? We can just send you a quick SMS. Now, about 9 out of 10 people will basically say, yep, no problem. So that's how we then collect the data. So we've actually got a number to call once we do actually sell the property.
Yeah, which is great stuff. And it's, these are all the basics from years ago. Nothing much has changed. But it's interesting when you start talking about the stats on this stuff, because the knock on the door is a good 10%. The collecting their name and letting them know about the open is another 10%. Would you like us to let you know what it sells for? And then if they do come along to the open, you get to the stage where you're a 50% better chance of listing something when theirs comes up than not doing it. So it's pretty powerful stuff.
Oh, definitely. And then obviously with that information, we'll then add them into the database as a prospective vendor and then prospect them like any other one. So they'll get the monthly market wraps. They'll get the phone call as things get listed and sold in and around their immediate area. So yeah, it's a great way to do it. It really is.
Yeah, well it is, and it's all, it's just good agency to be able to do this stuff. So you had a good March, you've had a good April. How's May looking at this stage?
Good, yeah. A little bit light on the ground with listings, but I hope that that's going to change over the next couple of weeks, and will definitely get one underway today, with the anticipation to get another one underway probably by Wednesday or Thursday. So, yeah, on the face of it, pretty good, but from a listings perspective, probably not where I ideally want it to be.
Yeah, and look, for anybody watching at the moment, since the budget and the rate increase, it has seemed to have stalled overnight, but generally people get used to it and start to move on. So and the budget certainly wasn't what a lot of people were predicting it to be. So so they'll be out and about. Okay, so you're having a break. So we're talking to you. You're having a short break as we speak.
Absolutely.
You'll push through now until July. Will that be your next break? You'll be thinking about having a short break, or that's it for you?
No, all the way. So now between sort of now and Christmas, it'll just basically be on the home stretch. So there's a bit going on. So no, this is it. So had something in January, and then now just having something sort of May, and then after that, I think I'm done for break. So yeah, time to get hustling for.
So I just want to ask one last key question for the younger people watching, Dan. Out of all of those data touch points that you're going through, do you feel that there's one in particular that sort of, you could put ahead of the rest? Like it's one that you would never drop. Is it the door knocking? Is it the letting them know what it sells for?
It's all of it, to be honest, Paul. It honestly is. And then, working the open homes pretty hard as well. So that's something that we are good at doing. Is obviously following up those attendees that actually visited and trying to drive the appraisal numbers up through that, because typically you'll find at least 25% of people that attend opens do have something to sell. So it's about just creating opportunities through that. Over and above, obviously, the door knocking, what we also do for every one of our listings is actually contact all the landlords in the immediate area as well to let them know that something's come up. So we go over and above just the door knock as well. So we do a bit more. So and just call as many people as we can. So part of the door knock, if someone's not home that afternoon, we'll also use ownership data or data off Price Finder to call them to say, hey, we dropped around, you weren't home, just inviting you to the open home. So we also try and do it that way too.
Yeah, look, I love the way that you talk about it, because it shows very clearly that you're doing it. So you're not plucking stuff out of the air that, follow this and you'll be successful. It's, you stuck with this, or you've stuck with this since you started, and your path to success was fairly quick in comparison to some, and you realise the data is so powerful.
Absolutely, yeah, definitely. And look, that would be my advice for anyone out there that's new, is just track your numbers too. Because normally you know how many doors you need to knock on to actually get a connect, i.e. someone that's actually home that's willing to engage. Off that connect is how many you're actually then giving up telephone numbers as well. So you then know, and then you can actually then work it, forward from there, going, right, for every one of my campaigns, how many doors do I need to knock on to meet as many people, and then also ultimately lead to a listing. So yeah, I've always just been quite analytical with numbers.
Yeah, and I dare say, when you first started following this process, it would have ironed out a lot of the wrong dialogue pretty quickly.
Oh, definitely, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
When you're standing face to face with somebody, and it's like, oh, I won't do that again. That was too awkward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Had
yeah.
a few
What,
in my early days, so yeah.
Dean, congratulations! 2 months in a
Thank you.
row is no easy task. You're doing a fantastic job, and I love the consistency that you continue to display, and you just stick with what you know works, and no one's proved it wrong yet.
Thanks, Paul.
So, congratulations! Enjoy your time off. Hopefully, some golf or something, and you can come back refreshed.
Sounds like a plan.
Thanks for watching, everyone.
No worries. Thanks, guys. Done.
There we go.